Alright, 28 days ago I made a post on Facebook about me putting these air pods on these figs. Figs are easy to propagate by air layering, but typically you want to do it, I guess, around spring or when the fig is actively growing. I put these on, I guess that was July, and they weren't really doing much. You can see how much new growth is on them, just a little bit. But nonetheless, it was warm enough for them to actually push out roots, and I guess results may vary depending. This is the root pods. A different version of air layering is I'll take this is I guess a meal prep plastic if you want to go the cheaper route, and with a step bit, it's a little cone looking bit, I'll drill through the bottom and top, and that gives you your diameter of your trunk of your tree, and I'll pack that with dirt and put a little bit more on top and then seal it off. But the problem with this is if the sun hits your roots, they don't like to grow, you know, getting hit by sun. But anyways, so that's the cheaper method. I wanted to try this because it's got like the gasket to lock in all the moisture. This one actually came off of here, it rotted off. This is a Madeira Island Black, and so I'm gonna start taking these off today. I should have taken these off probably a couple weeks ago, but I didn't. So we'll see how this one worked. Come in closer. I just gotta be careful. There's that. You can see the roots. Pretty good. Typically, like I said, I'm used to a more bigger, so I could leave this on longer as long as it stayed moist, and it would be able to grow a lot of roots. This one with the roots, it actually kind of dried that out, which is, I mean, it's fine as long as you get to it, I guess. So that was 28 days ago. I don't know if I said that. This is the one that rotted off that was right here. It was too small, I guess, or maybe too wet. But so for this one, you got one out of two. You can tell, look through here, you can also see this. Can you get that? See through there, you can see the roots growing. And then also, like, it being attached to the mother plant and getting a ton of roots is beneficial to give you a head start. So, man, it's tight. It's not hard to pull, I just don't want to, I'm trying not to mess it up. This is let's see which one is this. This is Italian 528. So theoretically, I took two of the bigger ones, and then I should probably come down here and cut this down when I plant it in a pot. But that'll leave me with this growth out the kind of the center. Oh man. I've tried in the past to put an air layer on, and only the very, I think it was the very tip rooted. I did not get multiple air layers off of one limb. But I guess you could try if you think you can. I mean, so far, they're just kind of small, I guess, and I just ripped half of that off. Oh, okay, that's all right. So, and I guess I'm gonna have to try to re-stick these in there. That's too much. That's gonna be too much for these roots to support. It's just not a big enough container. Like, this would have been full. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. See, it's already got little figs growing on it. All right, so that's 2 of 2. Come over here. This one is Black Madeira KK. Black Madeira KK. You can see there's roots in there. A little node on the bottom. But those roots suck it dry. That's good. So yeah, they might work on figs, but maybe not something else with a bigger diameter. So this is Black Madeira KK. And this one's Smith. And also we've had 3 weeks of drought. I mean, no rain. We had some today when I go to make the video. Now I forgot to make the video. I was gonna do this weeks ago. But I guess it was the right time. I mean, they're not completely, I've seen those other ones completely chock-a-block full of roots. And this is Smith. Looks like, that's a good size. That's a good size for the amount of roots that it's got. Those other ones are just, I don't know. I guess I could plant them deep because the fig, you know, you don't have to keep it, there's no like crown on a fig. So I believe you could plant it deeper. I mean, you don't want to plant it in water, but they don't like wet feet. I mean, that one rotted off. That'll be good. That's a Smith fig right there. That's a $100 fig for the cost of a root pod and 1 day of, or I guess it was probably 5 minutes to put that on. This one's looked bad from the start. So it got toasted by the sun, but you still see a green growth here. When I started seeing this happening, I put some insulation on it because it was so high up. The other ones were kind of down low in the shade. This one was high up and actually getting, I guess, reflection or hit it by the sun. So I put a little insulation on it to hopefully make the roots want to grow. We'll see. Huh. It like grew up in there. What is this? This one is Col Littman Black. Col Littman's Black. No leaves. It won't have no problem. Look at that. Does that just toast all the roots? I wasted a lot. The majority of the roots came off in there. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, it's okay. You can see the roots growing. So, not so great. Maybe that's a good lesson. Maybe graft it lower in the shade and instead of somewhere up top where it would get toasted. But you can see this is gonna push out now. And that's it. So what did I lose? I lost one. No, I'm not gonna do this one. This one got put on later. I can check. Let me check it. This is I think I put this on maybe a week or two ago. This is actually Madeira Island from Just Fruits and Exotics. I mean, not Black Madeira from Just Fruits and Exotics. And you can see how I've done this. This is the old version. I wrapped it with a lot of cellophane to seal all this. And then to keep the sunlight, I don't see any roots in there. But it's actively growing and it's got a place right here after I cut it to take off and grow larger. But these are basically insurance policies on rather expensive figs, and these are the most desirable that I could find available to try to grow the best. And a lot of people say certain figs won't grow in certain places. Well, maybe they didn't give them a chance to grow, or maybe the conditions weren't right. Well, this way, instead of putting it in one spot in the yard, I can put a fig here, a fig over there of the same cultivar, and then a fig up at the deer lease, and try 3 different locations. And maybe luck of the draw, I'll find a good spot for it, and I'll have good figs because I tried more than one location. But that's it. That's my review for the root pods. Later.